It's going to be probably a little delay when people start looking at YouTube, but I'm checking on YouTube at the same time we speaking here. So let's see. Give me a few minutes, and we. Hello. Yes, I think we are live. So people, what's up?
What's
Today,
up?
today I have the honor. It's a real honor to have one of my drum heroes, one of the guys that have been a huge influence on my drumming and in my music history, Mr. Mark Stephen Bell, as known as Marky Ramone. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to have the interview going.
Okay, so let me begin by saying that we are having a lot of technical difficulties.
Yes.
I'm streaming from my camera through FaceTime, and I hope you guys can hear us and see us well. So please let me know here in the chat if you can hear me and you can hear Marky. So I'm gonna wait for your feedback, people. Please let me know here in the chat.
Testing. One,
Yeah.
two. Testing.
Okay.
One.
People say it's good, so that's nice. Excellent. Okay, Marky, I think we make this happen because I was super nervous. Okay, so Marky, first of all, man, I want to start by saying that I was born in 1980, and I started to listen to the Ramones when Loco Life was released, and since then, Ramones and yourself, like, you were part of my history. All right, so I would like to know from you, what age did you start drumming?
I was 12 years old.
12 years old.
Started banging on things, and things led to a drum set, and that's what I wanted to be, even when I was 13, 14 years old, was to be a drummer. And I just kept rehearsing, and playing until I got to a point where I could be in a band.
Yeah, but why the drums? What led you to the drums and not guitar or another instrument, for instance?
I guess it's in my blood. I always liked rhythm. As a little boy, I used to ride the trains in Brooklyn, New York. And on the train tracks, you'd always hear rhythm on each track. And, that would be laid down, and the train would go over it. And I would start, mentally going along with it, of the rhythm. So that's how that started. And started listening to the radio a lot.
Yeah, that's right. So because when I started to learn to listen to the Ramones, as I said, with Local Live and stuff, I didn't even know that there was another drummer in Ramones before you, Tommy Ramone, of course. And then, of course, we didn't have internet or whatever, so it was I remember first time I saw you playing, I was I just imagined this guy just going crazy on the drum kit, and when I saw you first, it was very elegant and like on spot on and very controlled but precise, but with a lot of energy. This style that you have was something natural, or did you work on your performance?
No, I was in a few bands before the Ramones.
Yeah.
And Tommy was only in the band 3 years, but he asked me to join the Ramones because he wanted to produce. So Tommy gave me a tape of the live show and the album Road to Ruin.
Yep.
So I had to learn both those things in 2 weeks. So I only learned it on a drum pad. And then once we had to play live, I had to play on the whole drum set. We had 2 or 3 rehearsals, but that's how I learned. It was basically, eighth notes, and I always played eighth notes in my other groups. And I was always into jazz drummers who always used their wrists and their fingers a lot.
Yeah.
So that's where, when I joined the Ramones, it wasn't complicated.
Yeah, because when you talk about your bands that you played before, Dust and Voids and stuff, and man, I would like to tell people here, because many people don't know that you played in Dust, and Dust was a terrific band, and you had like man, the drumming is just a delight. It's amazing. Like
thank you,
isn't it? And when you start,
it all there.
Yeah, man, it's different time signatures, lots of double strokes, and all sort of like
triplets, double strokes, off time, 5/4 time. But that we were one of the first heavy metal bands in America.
Yeah.
And after I think 3 years, we decided to break up. We were still young. I had to finish school. And then I started hanging out at CBGB's, Max's Kansas City. And that's where I met Richard Hell, and we formed the Voidoids.
Yeah.
We did the Blank Generation album.
That's right. And then what I would like to ask you is like, when you were asked by Tommy and Johnny, I think were the 2 guys that came to you, right? And to join the Ramones, did you miss some of these, to play a little more complex, or was it like implied that you were coming into the Ramones and you should play what Tommy developed, or was it something that you just wanted to do by yourself, or how was it, like the agreement?
Well, you got to play to the song. There was no way that I was going to insert different time changes and triplets and these drum fills. With the Ramones, it was just straight ahead beat, 4/4. So that was the difference. I didn't miss it because I already did it. So and that's on record. But playing with the Ramones was just a different style. It was more feel than having to put in drum fills. Later on, I did, but eventually. I did that, but in the beginning, I just stuck to the beat.
That's right, because I was watching again this Rock and Roll of Fame day when you went with the boys to receive the prizes, and you said, like, man, you look particularly happy on that day, and you said, "Thank you, Tommy, for started the drum style that I had to work very hard to duplicate." Was it hard, really?
Well. For me, it was just different.
Yeah.
I had to be very aware of Dee Dee Ramone's countings, the 1, 2, 3, 4, which really wasn't the speed of the songs, because I had to make the speed of the song.
Yeah.
But Dee Dee would count in sometimes fast, sometimes slower. So as we got into the first part of the intro, I got the beat down.
That's right.
But it wasn't. That was the only thing to me that I had to be kind of aware of. The beat and playing wasn't hard. It was just different, and I had to adapt to that style compared to Dust, Richard Hell and the Voidoids and everything.
Yeah, that's right. And then, did you change any configuration of your drum kit? How did you used to play, like one tom?
I always used the same 3 cymbals, hi-hat, and the 4 drums. And there was sometimes in the Ramones I had 2 floor toms and 2 hi-hats. And I took away the last floor tom and I took away the other hi-hat after a while because it wasn't necessary. Um, I was able to be in more control with one hi-hat on my left-hand side next to my snare than having two hi-hats. So that's why I ended up only playing one hi-hat.
Yeah, because I would like to go on this particularly subject with the second hi-hat, because when you came into the Ramones in the 1978 with Road to Ruin, the songs were already a bit faster than the previous Ramones albums, like with the song Bad Brain and I'm Against It. They were a little faster. And then, you took some time off the band, and then you came back with Brain Drain, and then things got super fast, like with 00 UFO and Ignorance is Bliss and all that sort of stuff, until you get in Local Live. And Marky, this speed in Local Live is crazy. It's like it's death metal speed. Is unbelievable. And I ask you, how did you guys get to that point with that speed, like playing live? What happened?
No, we play downstrokes.
Yeah.
Most bands can't do that. I don't think anybody could do that at that speed. But the thing was that a lot of our younger audience liked the intensity and speed faster. When you listen to the first album now of the Ramones, it's great, but to me, it's a little slow. So as time went on, we kind of speeded things up just a little bit. The Local Live, you got to remember, we were in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So I guess at that point, our energy level was really up. So Local Live was the result of that. And again, a lot of the younger audience liked the energy. So we played that fast for a while, but then I decided to tell the other guys in the band that we should play a little slower, because if you play too fast, you can definitely, there's a few things you can lose.
Yeah.
But, when we slowed it down a little bit, that was the way it should always be played.
That's right. That's right. And then in the early 90s, again, this second hi-hat, I actually did a video on my Instagram about this remote hi-hat that you had like right in front of you, like in this big pair of hi-hats, and the normal hi-hat on your left. So why did you have that, all these transitions? How did you come up with that, and what was the reason for that remote hi-hat?
Well, the second hi-hat was just on a stand on the bass drum on one of the cymbal stands or the tom stand. I just wanted a closed hi-hat and then go to the other hi-hat and have it open. But I said to myself after a while, I could do that on both, on one hi-hat, which I did. So you keep the hi-hat closed, and then you open it. You open it. I didn't need that top hi-hat, but I felt that I was closer to the ride cymbal and the right-hand crash and the floor tom when I had the second hi-hat. But then I realized that, I was able to get to the other things quick, so I really didn't need it.
All right. So it was you used the second hi-hat for a couple of years, maybe 2-3 years in the early 90s.
I just like hi-hat, ride cymbal, two crashes.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of rumors about Local Live that it was overdubbed or re-recorded, especially. So can you explain that?
No overdubs. There was only 2 songs. I don't know if you're talking about the whole band or me.
No, the drums, specifically the drums.
Cemetery and Miracles. My drumstick hit the mic on the hi-hat and it moved it. So in the original playback, you couldn't hear the hi-hat. So my engineer at the time said, you have to play at this part in the two songs because there was nothing there. And I remember hitting the hi-hat. Luckily, my roadie noticed it and put it back. So out of those two songs, I think about maybe halfway through one of the songs, it was no hi-hat. And then the roadie came by and fixed it pretty fast on the second.
Yeah. So that was it. So that was the only overdub was this to fix. Yeah. All right. So the fast parts, no overdubs. That's what you played.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, I did it every day. There's no reason to overdub anything.
I mean, I'm pretty sure about that. It's just that it's, rumors and people, every time I post something about this speed and stuff, there's many people that come and talk and they write, man, don't forget, Loco Live was all overdubbed. The drums are not real. And I said, man, where did you get this from? Because there's no information out there. Like, it's crazy.
I say because they're probably drummers and they can't do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. So they say stuff. But no, I'm telling you what happened.
That's right.
So, all the rumors and hearsay are over.
Yes. Excellent. Thanks for clearing that up, man.
Right.
And now, Matt, one thing here I would like to ask you again is that you've been playing since forever. You never stopped, right? You have all the other projects, the other bands. I am from Porto Alegre, Brazil. I was born there, and I mean I was raised in Porto Alegre, Brazil, and we didn't have a lot of opportunities to see bands like Ramones back in the day. But first time I saw you guys, it was in '94 when you were headlining the tour with Sepultura, the Acid Chaos tour, for the Acid Eaters tour. It was crazy. And then I went to watch you playing with Jerry Only and Des Cadenas for, I think it was a tribute band playing songs from all the three bands. You remember that?
I think, yeah. Well, they played with me. It was basically, they wanted somebody with a name and, Hall of Fame and all that stuff. And, whatever. So we had a band. And I think it was called the Misfits, but it wasn't the Misfits. It was just me, Jerry, and Des Cadena.
Yeah.
3 or 4 singers from Black Flag.
Yeah.
And that was basically it. We played some Misfit songs that Danzig wrote, and some Ramones songs.
Yeah.
And 2 Black Flag songs.
That's right.
So we did an album, and I picked most of the songs, and after that I didn't want to play anymore with them, so I left.
Yeah, and then I ask you, man, where do you get the inspiration, the drive to keep on going? Because it's remarkable, man. It's it's crazy.
What is that?
Where do you get the drive to keep on going and playing this kind of music since forever? Where do you get your inspiration?
I guess it's in your blood. I'm not inspired, but I feel that if it's in you, it never leaves you. It's like riding a bike. You learn how to ride a bike, and the next thing you know, you don't ride it for 2 years, and you get on it again. It's okay. So I have it in me, in my blood, to continue to do it, and the fact that I enjoy it, that's important, to enjoy it.
That's right. And then, man, after all these years, anything you still want to accomplish? Any dream that you want to fulfill yet? Anything that you think, okay, I need to do this or that?
Well, I did 2 metal albums. I did let's see, 12 punk albums. I did a blues album with a guy called Johnny Shines from Mississippi. And what else is there? I wouldn't mind doing a fun jazz album. Just different kind of stuff. But I always liked Buddy Rich.
Yeah.
I was always into Jimi Hendrix's drummer, Mitch Mitchell. I always liked Ginger Baker from a band called Cream.
Yeah.
So I was always into different kinds of drummers. I liked Hal Blaine from the Wrecking Crew, Phil Spector's drummer, who he used on a lot of the recordings that he did.
Yep.
So there's a lot of things that I learned that I want to try myself. Possibly a jazz album.
All right, that's interesting, because I mean, it's unbelievable, man. I tell you what, I really think that people watching here, they really should go, because I'm pretty sure everybody knows you from Ramones and stuff, but those people that don't know about Dust, I think that's a great thing to do. Go and listen to both Dust albums, especially the second one, right? It's
I was 18 going on 19.
Yeah.
Making the first album. The second album I love.
Yeah, that's right.
That's one of my best drumming.
I mean, you know what?
And that was 72. So I was going on 19 years old.
Yeah. And I mean
20, but I wasn't 19 yet. I mean, I wasn't 20 yet. I was still 19.
Did you have any drum lessons, or how did you learn to drum?
Well, I was in the high school marching band, so that's why I'm able to hold my sticks differently.
All right.
Style like this and like this.
Yeah.
And I took lessons for about, 5 times, just to learn how to hold the sticks properly. To see if there's a few things that I could read, which eventually I could read a few things, but not that much. But the drum teacher wanted me to kind of play like him, and I didn't want to play like him. So I stopped, and I just kept listening to records and, going to shows, seeing bands that I liked. And so you put that all together, who I am.
That's right. And then I don't want to take a lot of your time, and I just want to ask you.
We did me and the other Voidoids, Richard Hell and the Voidoids. We did a 5-week tour with the Clash in 1977. So that was a punk tour. So I was really into playing punk drumming with Richard Hell. Ramones is the epitome of punk drumming, but Richard Hell definitely had a punk style.
Yeah.
That influenced a lot of the punk scene in England, along with the Ramones.
That's right. 2 last questions, if you allow me. 1, can you tell us some drummers that favorite drummers, or drummers that really made a difference in your history?
Well, when I was a little kid, I liked Ringo from the Beatles. I thought he was very tight. I thought he had a good drum sound. And then I liked, obviously, Keith Moon and Mitch Mitchell. Keith Moon from The Who, and Jimi Hendrix, Mitch Mitchell.
Yeah.
And Ginger Baker from Cream. And Buddy Rich, Joe Morello from the Dave Brubeck Band. He's famous for that drum solo, Take 5.
That's right.
And Hal Blaine from the Wrecking Crew, Phil Spector's studio drummer.
That's right.
Talking about, songs, I already put out 5 new songs that you can stream on your favorite streaming,
Platforms. Yeah.
devices, whatever. And I just recently put out 2 funny videos. So these are 5 songs they were standards, like New York, New York by Frank Sinatra. We did that. I punked it out. Another song, Keep on Dancing, which we punked out also. And then a Tom Jones song that he did called It's Not Unusual.
Man, this is amazing.
I pumped it out, Ramones it out, and then Octopus's Garden by the Beatles.
All right.
Pumped it out. So there's all these new songs that I did that are available to stream.
Amazing. And then the last question, man. I'm pretty sure there are many young drummers watching here, or they're gonna watch later, and it's always nice to hear from like legends like yourself. Any kind of, like I don't know, what words would you have to say to a young drummer starting today? Like what is the most important things for the young drummer? What would you say?
Practice, practice, practice. Meet musicians who like the same kind of music you like. Play together, and make sure you're friends. That's important. There's a lot of bands don't get along, but make sure that you get along with the guys. Guitar player, bass player, organ player, whatever it is, the singer, and go out and see other groups, see what they're doing, see if the stuff they're doing is interesting enough to put into your style. It's not stealing; it's just being influenced. So I suggest that, and learn how to hold your sticks 2 different ways, like this and like this.
Okay.
So like a jazz style, and just like I said, practice, practice, practice.
Excellent. All right, we're getting to 30 minutes, and Marky, I have no words to thank you for this. Like, this is a dream come true to talk to you. Like, as I said, you are on my top 3, my man. Like, I have Igor of Sepultura, and I have Marky Ramone, and I have, I don't even know who the third is, because you two are the ones that always come up when I tell about my influences. So this is really huge, man. This is really huge. Like, thank you very much for being,
right.
For being like you were one of the guys that just are responsible for the good part of the soundtrack of my life, Marky. That's right.
Well, you know what? If anybody wants to know more information, they can go to markyramone.com for information.
That's right.
And I want to thank you for having me on the show. I like it. And I wish you a lot of luck. And I will be there soon. So come backstage and say hello.
Man, are you any dates in Norway already? Do you know about that?
Go on markyramone.com. Eventually, I will be playing this. So, check it out once in a while.
Absolutely. Okay. Marky, again, thanks a lot, my man. And thanks to, is it your wife who's helping you there? Because,
yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, man. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Practice.
That's right. Okay, wait a second. People, here I am. Where's the screen? My God. There you are. Are you all there, people? Let me see. Let me tune my camera. There I am. Where is it? Mauricio, please, come on. Yeah. So, people, how was it? Amazing, right? Man, we had a lot of difficulties, like technical difficulties, and I'm just happy it went well, because these platforms here, these streaming platforms, it was terrible. Like it almost didn't happen. It almost didn't happen. So thanks a lot, people. 30 minutes, Marky Ramone. There you go. I can die in peace. All right. So I guess this is it. I see you next time. Maybe next time is gonna be with Igor Cavalera. Who knows? Let's try him. Cheers.